Alright guys, we're back. We got good old Magnetic Fields again from Fort George. Haven't had this one since last year about this time. It's an IPA. We got 7.2% right there. Just a really wild, crazy can. As you can see, it even goes up into the silver. So really cool. Good stuff. It says, "Do you find me attractive?" on the bottom. Yes, I do. All right. Trying to see through these crazy ass lines. Okay, no info about the beer other than it's an IPA 7.2. Really big juice, fruit punch right in the beginning, and then as you kind of smack your chops at the end, you get that little hop bite. Really nice, nothing too piney or resinous, just a bunch of fruit, some citrus, really good. Alright, we're going to be using something new to the den. This right here is Macduffs Soap Co. out of Canada, I believe. And this one is Whyte Saffron. And just look at that label. What a beautiful label. So I guess this one is inspired by the nightlife in Edmonton. And I guess Whyte Avenue is specifically what it's based on. So let's see. I believe this is V3. Yeah, I think it is. On the bottom it has the batch number. It says V3 and then B74. So, oh, and look at, there's a little Canadian flag right there. But really nice front label, nice back label. It looks like it gives us three simple notes right there. Saffron, coconut, red cedar wood. But I believe there's more. I actually wrote it down. Coconut, saffron, jasmine, redwood or cedar redwood, and soft patchouli. So they consider it a unisex fragrance, and I'd have to agree. It's warm, it's sweet, but I wouldn't say it's very warm or very sweet. It's kind of a little bit dry at the same time. I don't think the florals are too prominent. Really not one note is more prominent than the other, to be honest. I think the woods and the patchouli and coconut kind of create this natural, sweet, warm base. And then the jasmine. Let's see what else. Jasmine and saffron. I think those just kind of sit right on top of that. So, really not bad. Not bad at all. I quite enjoy it. I think it could easily be worn by men or women. I got my Lancaster bowl right here. And we're going to be using the old That Darn Rob brush here with the dyed purple wood with the black top. Very attractive handle right there. And this is some sort of Fanchurian knot on it. No idea which one it was. I've had this brush for a long time, so it was probably one of the earlier Fanchurian batches from That Darn Rob. Now known as Chisel and Hound, of course. But I have always really enjoyed this Fanchurian knot on here. So, should have went over the soap base a little bit more. It is a tallow soap. And when I first heard of Macduffs, I was interested because they have pretty beautiful label art. And I am a fan of Canadian-made products. I've had great luck with Canadian-made artisans, and I wanted to try this out as well. But I heard they had a little bit of a bass funk in earlier iterations, so I just kind of gave them time to grow while keeping my eye on them from afar. And I started hearing reports, you know, friends using some Macduffs and saying, you know, no soap, no bass funk, it smells great, it's a good soap base. And so I started tuning back in, you know, and kind of plotting which soap I was going to buy when I had the time and money to do so. And I jumped right in on this one. It actually wasn't one of the ones that I was planning on getting, but I really liked the label, how it just kind of looked like, you know, out on the city street at night. My kind of shit. Being a general degenerate. We got the Rockwell 6S right here, or as I will forever call it, the Rockwell 6Shady, because this was gifted to me by Lord Shady, or Shady Joey on the Facebook groups. I got an Astra blade in it with who knows how many uses. Astra green. So the soap took a fair amount of water, and it seems to have a very nice high density, low structure build, which is right up my alley. I always get enjoyment out of lathers like that. Surprisingly enough, even though it took a lot of water, it would appear it can take more. When I'm swishing it out, it seems as though it's a little bit dry. It's kind of taking a little bit extra oomph to swish it out of the Rockwell. So it appears I could have added even more water, although the soap base, or although the lather looks really dense and creamy to me. Looks like I could have added more. So I picked this up at the razor company for about $20. It's 120 grams. And I have no idea what that converts to. I'm sure someone will tell me. But seems like a fairly standardized jar. I have other, you know, soap containers that are about the same size. So I'm assuming it's pretty close to industry standard prices. At least I didn't feel like I was getting, you know, bent over the barrel with the price. And I'm sure there's, you know, a little bit of additional cost tacked on for international shipping. You know, and I appreciate the razor company for getting these international artisan soaps and stocking them, because it kind of helps us waive that international shipping fee if we were to order direct from the artisan. So it kind of helps us in that regard. Another reason why I really appreciate the razor company. And I appreciated them before I fucking was doing videos for them, goddammit. In case you were fixing your face to say something. If your upper lip so much as ripple up. Yeah, really good looking lather here. I think I could probably do a pass with just the lather stuck in my beard, but we'll get some more lather on here. So I didn't talk too much about the performance. Whoops, there goes a little leather patch. I didn't talk too much about the performance on that first pass, but it was pretty good, no problems at all. Like I said, I definitely like the makeup of the lather, how it's kind of high density, low structure. But I had no problems with the slickness, even though I have reason to believe it was just slightly underhydrated. It definitely took a lot of water when I was in the process of building it. So if you kind of, you know, get a little turned on by tallow soaps that, you know, are thirsty, can take a lot of water, I think this one might just do it for you. I think I'll be buying more Macduffs, to be honest. The soap quality of this V3 base seems pretty high up there. The scent is unique and enjoyable. And the fact that they even kind of tell you, you know, that it's unisex, even though it leans masculine. Those little extra tidbits. The soap had a backstory, kind of. Or at least they state their inspiration. That kind of thing, pretty cool. Maybe I'll just paint in just a little bit of water. For this against the Grand Pass. Couldn't hurt, right? Alright, good enough. So scent strength, I would say, is right at mid. I don't think it's much above. I don't think it's much under. If anything, in my experience, it might end up being just slightly stronger than what I believe it is now. And the only reason I say that is because it came in today and it was sitting out on a freezing porch for hours and hours and hours. And it hasn't really had like a full day to acclimate to my shaving den. So there's the possibility that once those oils warm up and everything, it could be a little bit stronger. But I don't think it's going to get much stronger than medium. So really, I haven't seen a single downside so far. This was a great first impression for a new artisan to the shave den. Canadian made. Like I said, I haven't really seen a single Canadian made product that hasn't really hit the spot for me. They know what they're doing up there, that's for sure. The Rockwell 6Shady is such a fucking good razor. I can never thank Joey enough for fucking giving this, putting this razor back in my life. The Rockwell has only fallen to my third favorite DE for the simple fact that it kinda has a more basic, minimalistic look to it. As far as performance goes and the quality of the shave that it gives me, it's right up there. It's number 2. Number 2. Alright, let's kind of get this lather off the face. Looks like my memory on my phone is kind of running out. Every so often I have to clear out a bunch of videos. Luckily YouTube stores everything, so I don't gotta really worry about backing it up on my side, because YouTube kind of just stores it. So every so often I just delete a bunch of shit, make some more space for the next pack of 20 videos or whatever it is. Okay, let's take the Lancaster towel. Let me grab a drink though, I'm getting parched. This shaves just a little later in the night than I usually do it. I usually do it about an hour to 2 hours after work, which is right around, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. This one's more around 10:30 p.m. But it's the weekend. I stay up a little bit later. I ain't gonna have a hell of a time getting all of this Macduffs soap out of my fucking beard. One thing I always say is my beard happily accepts the lather, but it does not like giving it back up. We'll just have to get the rest off cam. Alright. I did not get the matching aftershave product. In all honesty, I had high hopes, but I was skeptical. Just because the bass funk allegations always give people cold feet. But I was willing to move forward with the purchase. I just didn't want to go all in. So I might have to pick up the matching aftershave in the future when I try to pick up another Macduffs soap. So, what I'm going with tonight is another new one to the den. This is Strike Gold Shaves Uncle Jumbo. And this is in their updated aftershave base formula. But I saw that they made more changes. So their upcoming Junto release, that's in collaboration with the Laughing Saint fragrances, it's going to have an even more updated aftershave formula. And I commented on Frank's post and commented, "That's awesome that you guys are still tweaking the aftershave. By chance, did you remove the alum?" Because I know a few people who are turned off by alum and won't even give your release a chance because of the alum. That's just not their jam, And he said there's such a minute amount of alum in there per jar. And he was saying, but he's heard it from more people than just me. And, anything is possible in the future. So, I just told him, hey, this is just coming from a friend. I'm just trying to give you feedback from what I hear, because I want to see you succeed. So, maybe in the future, we'll see that alum dropped out of the aftershave splash. Honestly, it doesn't bother me one bit, but I know some people who it just really gets under their skin. So, anyhow, the smell of this Uncle Jumbo's based off Layton. It smells fantastic. I'm going to do that on a whole nother video, so I'm not going to get into it. But I appreciate you guys for joining me on tonight's shave. Thank you for all the support. I hope you enjoyed this shave tonight. And check out Macduffs. I think they got my seal of approval. Really good shit. So, cheers. I'll catch you guys on the next one.